Nigerian government have promised Nigerians that the Portharcourt refineries and others are going to be revamped and production of PMS is going to become more productive and affordable. Could this be true, or could this be another propaganda by the government? The secretary of the Alesha community stakeholders, in the person of Timothy Ngberi, has alleged that the petroleum product loaded from the newly rehabilitated Portharcourt refinery were not freshly refined, but products left in the storage tank of the facility in the last 3 years. He said the Nigerian government should stop misleading Nigerians because Portharcourt refinery is not refining fresh products, rather it's just disbursing the ones that have been left in the old tank. He also alleged that the refinery only loaded 6 trucks on Tuesday, despite stating that 200 trucks would be picked up from the refinery daily. The government has made a whole lot of promises to Nigerians, and with the picture painted, it is almost as if Nigerians will never lack petroleum again. The government has painted this picture of perfection and sufficiency, making it look like everything is on ground for refineries to kickstart and for petrol to become affordable and accessible. Ngberi made these revelations during his appearance as a guest on a live television program, stating that Alesha, one of the 10 major communities in Elime, Rivers State, is the host community of the Portharcourt refinery, and on Tuesday, the 60,000 capacity Portharcourt refinery resumed operations after years of inactivity, drawing initial praise from Nigerians and industry stakeholders. The Nnpc said the newly rehabilitated complex of the old Portharcourt refinery, which had been revamped and upgraded with modern equipment, is operating at a refining capacity of 70% of its installed capacity. He also added that Nnpc added that diesel and poor fuel would be the highest output from the refinery, with a daily capacity of about 1.5 million litres and 2.1 million litres respectively. It was stated that about 200 trucks of petrol would be released into the Nigerian market daily. Wow, what a bold claim by the Nigerian government. A refinery that is just kickstarting, something that hasn't even got its footing yet. Why promise 200 trucks? Are the Nigerian government trying to impress or something? It is best not to make promises to Nigerians and not fulfill it than for you to make it hard for Nigerians to trust you again. Speaking during the interview, the secretary described the ceremony held as a party, stressing that the full units of the old complex are not functional. He is also making Nigerians understand that the picture the government is painting is a perfect one, but actually has not been actualized, seeing that these refineries are just starting and are not even revamped fully yet, but are just kickstarting with the old equipment and commodities they have on ground. He said the Portharcourt refinery, and by extension the Portharcourt depot, happens to be the mainstay of the Alesha community. The economic activities emanating from the operations of these depots means a lot to the community people. But as it were, they don't think this celebration is called for yet, because they are having the media space dictate something different to the people. He says this refinery is actually coming up compared to what it used to be, but it is too yet early to celebrate. He can say that on authority and as a leader in the community, what happened on Tuesday was just a mere show-off by the government. Now, why are the government trying to show off? It is either to keep the people's mind at peace or trying to make the people think that the presidency is doing a great job and will reduce the level of criticism. As Elias said, it is better not to make promises than make and not fulfill them. The secretary also added that he would give the government credit at least that they have started something, but not to say, according to the head of corporate communications of the Nnpc Limited, in the person of Femi Soneye, like it is the media, they are already producing 1.4 million barrels per day. He says that is not the case and that is not true. It's a very big lie. But as an agency, he wouldn't want to say it so abruptly and kill the hopes of Nigerians. He added that the true picture of what happened on Tuesday is that the Nnpc had been under pressure to televise to Nigerians that everything is okay, and then that the old refinery had started functioning. What then is the true picture? The old Portharcourt refinery is built with its utilities different from the new complex. The tank farm that is servicing the old Portharcourt refinery has a different loading gunnery at the depot. He added that Nnpcl also only discharged 6 trucks on Tuesday, solely relying on the existing stock at the Portharcourt refinery. Now this is contrast to the 200 trucks the government promised. He further stressed that the refinery is not producing 1.4 million barrels of petrol per day and urged the Nnpcl to stop putting out false information to deceive Nigerians. And also he urged Nigerians to always probe for the truth and not believe everything they see online. Because Nigerians, no matter how much you paint the true pictures to them, they will get sentimental. They can be tribalistic and might want to use sentiments to cover this up, but the truth remains the truth. Yes, the government may have promised 200 trucks per day, but being an old refinery with old utilities, it is impossible to produce such quantity of PMS. Therefore, Nigerians should know the truth that the refinery is actually starting up, but it is too early to shout jackpot. What then is the fate of Nigerians if the government can wholly lie before their very faces? Nigerians should be sensitive and should probe the government. Also, they shouldn't believe everything they see on the internet. Do you want recent happenings and more updates on this? Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.